Now it's time for the gratitude wheel. It's just the rant wheel, but it's nice things we like. And this week on the gratitude wheel, we have the joy of minding your own business. We have public libraries, Biden's emails. We have whatever I'm grateful for. We have time off. We have Matt Dallas from Kyle XY seems to be thriving on his farm with his husband and kids. The fuck? Miniatures and spiders because they eat pests and get a bad rap. Let's spin the gratitude wheel. Biden's emails.
I can't even believe it. Biden's emails. Is anyone on his email list?
Like
anyone when he was running for president?
Yes.
The subject lines are so intimate. It was like my only sense of connection at the time. Things have developed in my life since. At the time. But I want him to run again because I missed the subject lines. It would be all lowercase and it would be like, I need you, Elizabeth. This is from Joseph Robinette Biden. It would be like, Elizabeth, please. One of his emails, one of his subject lines said, need $5. I'm like, what happened to you, baby? Do you need to ride home from the bus stop?
Hey, I sent that email.
Do you get it?
It's not a good email to send.
Is Jill signing off on this? One of his email subject lines, it was about Saturday night.
Damn.
He's like, that normally never happens to me. It usually works just fine. I'm like, you can't just go from 0 to 100 with me, Joe. You don't even know my Lyme disease story. You can't just jump into being my boyfriend. So I'm grateful for the emails, and I want him to. I'm excited for him to run again because I need that intimacy. I need that connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you get it. I hope you get
I
it.
really hope I do too.
I hope you get it.
I hope I do.
Let's spin it again. It has landed on time off.
Time off. Y'all, I am so grateful for time off because when else am I going to have the time to really spiral about all the work I should be doing, if not during all of the time off? I'm really excited to finally have a minute to sit alone with my thoughts and really freak out. Also, I love time off because it means you get to see your family, which is traditionally a really happy, easygoing, not stressful thing that we as a culture enjoy. We as a culture enjoy seeing our family. And I love seeing my family. And when else am I finally going to have time to sleep in, only to be woken up by my mom at 6 a.m. talking about Coles Cash and Josh Groban because she's white.
You don't have to be white to do that. I love Coles Cash.
I thought you were going to say you love Josh Groban. And I was like, hell
no,
yeah,
I can't take that.
Who don't, actually?
No, but that's my mom. My mom replaced Josh Groban with Blake Shelton, and you got my mom.
You raise me up. No, okay. I love time off.
Yeah, time off. Let's spin it again. It has landed on miniatures.
Okay, you guys. You know how you hate reality. I'm just kidding. There's something so satisfying. Does anyone else like miniatures?
Yeah, I like them.
Thank you. Woman
Like
back there, I saw your hand. Like you can create miniature scenes, like for families, but you do it at home with yourself. Now it's just like I'm obsessed with miniatures for myself. I make miniatures at home because I'm just making my way slowly to becoming a full serial killer. And then the biggest thing I love is watching people make miniatures. And then if you're online enough, there's actually people who do miniature cooking.
Yes.
It's very satisfying because there's nothing involved in reality, right? So it's just like this fun thing that has no undertone other than I've spent a lot of money on it and maybe I should think about that. Like I told my therapist how much money I was spending on miniatures and she's like, do you really think that's a good use of your money? And I said, you're not a good use of my money. And that's how we're here today, baby. You became a stand-up comic because, but there's something about it. And I have tried to talk through therapy about why I love miniatures and oversized things. So I go to a lot of those places of world's largest. I'm trying to get to all of them. I don't know, man. There's something about living in reality I just want to either be a giant or a tiny little baby.
You did notice the giant lampshade in the
I did.
in
I
the
saw
green
that
room. She was like, "Look how gigantic this is."
There's a huge lampshade. It looks like it's hanging from the thing, but it also isn't giving that much light. But it's a vibe.
I think it's interesting that you love miniatures, you love The Sims. Like on some level, you want to build a world and be a god of it. And I think that's a cool thing to watch.
I think you're the first person to ever diagnose it.
You're the therapist now.
It's a God complex. I control it. I made a garden shed the other day, and then I accidentally smashed it because I put it on the floor. That's a God.
I don't know anything about therapy. I used to go to therapy, and then I replaced it with a podcast recording.
See?
Because we got to do more content. So now I do What a Weekday instead of therapy. That's real. That second episode, that went in the therapy slot. And now I just talk too long in meetings about myself.
And that's how you do it. Listen, that's what you should be doing. If I'm not talking about that I'm not talking about myself or the miniature world that I'm building, what's the point in living, you know? And family's good too. But nothing really. During the pandemic, the amount of money I spent on miniatures and macrame kits is aggressive.
What's macrame? Is that the string?
Yep.
Oh, right.
Lots to do with it's string. That's in it. It shouldn't be that expensive. It's string.
What is the lost language of like the Inca or the Aztecs that was also string? Let's spin it again. It has landed on what I'm grateful for, and I'm grateful for two things. One, I'm grateful for whoever is going back through Ina Garten's catalog of TV shows and cutting down her old recipes into TikTok digestible videos. I am not on maybe Osama bin Laden had some points TikTok. I am on Ina Garten TikTok. It's a safer and happier place to be. I prefer it. For a variety of reasons. The reason I like old Ina Garten recipes is it feels like it's from another era of not just cooking, but of society. These final products don't look that amazing. They look very much like the thing you could make at home, like just like a person like making potatoes. Like that just looks like a person who had potatoes and chicken. And then she always says, like, that's the key to making it flavorful. She calls everything flavorful, and she adds things to make them flavorful. But it seems like what she just adds is salt and pepper.
I think she's just talking about her marriage. Because she's always like, Jeffrey's going to love this. She's
true.
always slowly unbuttoning like a white button-down shirt.
Yeah, I've really tried to start a petition for Ina After Dark, and it's not really getting but I agree. It's always sexual.
It's like these something else is happening with these potatoes au gratin behind the scenes.
She does make it seem like everything is everything. Like it's this most amazing thing. But you're right. It is a lot of. I think it's because listen, I'm not trying to be that person, but maybe it's because sometimes when it comes to white people seasoning, salt and pepper seems like a lot. And
I watched her make. She said it called it a one dish chicken and potatoes recipe, but she kept taking the chicken. It wasn't like it does. It's not a one dish thing. If you keep taking things in and out in the dish and putting them on the different things, you just. The point I wanted to make is, I'm grateful for those videos because they make it seem achievable. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what all those videos. That's why TikTok or any platform is hard. It makes everything seem like you can do it. We shouldn't be doing it. Okay, those people have like a sound studio in their home, and I would love to be an influencer who just makes food and decorates their house for their dog. But it's harder than you think. All right, making food and dogs are hard.
But she made something called her famous chicken salad, and as far as I can tell, I didn't. It was just it was just the most normal of chicken salads, and I find that to be inspiring. The second thing I want to say is that I was like, oh, that's just, you mean chicken salad, just like the most basic, like, oh, you know what she always says, which I think has become a curse. You need a really good chicken. Start with a really good roast. You want to start with a really good olive oil. Well, like, sure.
Right.
Yeah, like, of course. Second point I want to make is we decided to go on the road and do a ton of shows and add a Tuesday show. And I just want to say that, like, I sometimes think, like, before the pandemic, I didn't totally appreciate how great an opportunity I got to do these shows on the road. And I was so sad when they were gone. And I just want to thank everybody listening who has come to all of these amazing live shows that we've done all across the country. Doing so many in a row and getting to do them in such a concentrated way, like, makes it feel like we've been on this one long tour. And I think we've figured out how to do these shows in a way that makes them feel really fun, but also helps me feel really connected to everybody that's listening. And I just wanted to say to everybody listening who's coming out that I'm really grateful for you to being part of this community. And I wanted to take a moment to thank the team that has worked so hard over the last few months, that, like, we are all, like, we have all really, like, they have given so much to make sure that, like, when we're on the road, every single show is as good as it could possibly be. And, like, there was somebody that came up to the stage in Charlottesville and they said, I think they said it to you, Brian, right? Like, hey, like, thank you guys for really bringing it. Like, we're not, like, wherever we're going, we're trying to do the best show we can. And I'm really grateful to the whole team that's making that possible, because it wouldn't be possible without all the people that work on this show. And we're about to have our first week off. So eat shit. No show Tuesday, no show next Saturday. You'll be fucking fine. But I just want to say thank you to everybody who listens and for everybody who makes the show happen. When we come back, I don't even have a joke. And I don't know, can Ida Garten even cook? Does she even know what she's fucking doing in there?